If your dog has separation anxiety, there's a very good chance that you caused it. And I don't say that to shame you. I say that because if you caused it, you can fix it. As a dog trainer that specializes in behavior modification, separation anxiety is one of the most common problems that I'm seeing right now with all the dogs that are coming into my facility. It's not random. People's lives have changed. People are home more often. People work from home now way more often than they used to. People's social lives are different. So dogs are just used to people always being around them. So when we leave, it is really new to them. So it's really hard on them, it's stressful, and it causes this thing that we call separation anxiety. Now that's not the dog being crazy, the dog is making sense of what information we've given them. So they see human home all the time, human suddenly not home, mind panics. And that's not the dog being crazy like I said, that's just the dog being unprepared, and that falls on the owner. Now, in my opinion, there are really only two explanations for this, and this is going to be a hard truth for a lot of people. Number one is that most dog owners, whether they realize it or not, are pretty lazy and selfish dog owners. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but number two would be it's just complete ignorance and they don't know what they're doing is wrong. Most dog owners have absolutely zero boundaries with their dogs, constantly shower their dogs with attention and affection, never teach them separation, and never practice being independent. And then they wonder why the dog panics and goes crazy when they are alone. It's because it's something that's completely new to them and they've never been prepared for it properly. Now this is super critical. Separation anxiety, there's a big misconception about it. Separation anxiety is not just when you leave your dog alone at home and they just go crazy and they destroy things and they're destructive, etc. That's not the only way that separation anxiety exists. Separation anxiety also looks like your dog constantly following you everywhere in the house. Your dog needing constant visual access to you. Your dog whining when you close a door. Your dog panicking when you put up a baby gate. Your dog unable to settle unless they are physically touching you. And there are countless more examples that I could give you. That's where I think owners are mistaken, is because that's not your dog being loyal or your dog being protective or your dog just loving you. It is your dog being dependent on you, and that is a totally different thing. Now, why this happens is because owners constantly confuse affection with love. Constant cuddles, treats, eye contact, physical touch, baby talk, that's not love, that's overstimulation, and that's creating the emotional dependency on you in order to feel okay. It becomes very similar to a drug. It starts off feeling good, but then over time, as this becomes something that is normalized, it becomes something that the dog needs and becomes dependent upon in order to feel good. Your dog starts needing your attention in order to regulate themselves. And then when the drug disappears, withdrawal, and that's separation anxiety. Another major factor that all of the separation anxiety dogs that I see have in common is that they are severely under-exercised and under-challenged mentally and physically. And that's honestly because most owners probably don't exercise the way that they need to. So they're not making their dog's exercise needs a daily priority. So instead of exercise, instead of structured walks and play and tug and fetch and training, instead of that, dog owners are just substituting that with cuddles and more treats and just giving them constant love and letting them snuggle on the couch, and that is not the same thing. Those things that I just listed don't fulfill a dog at all. When you only do those things, I'm not saying those things are bad, but when you only do those things, it just creates instability with your dog. You're getting a dog that has pent up mental and physical needs, and you're not giving them, you're not reaching any of those, you're not helping them fulfill those needs, and you're just substituting with affection, and that's exactly what creates instability. Now, this is just a core principle that every dog owner really needs to realize, and as a dog trainer that specializes in dog behavior modification, helping dogs struggling with anxiety, fear, reactivity, aggression, resource guarding, is that in order for a dog's behavior to change, the human's behavior has to change first. You cannot just keep outsourcing the dog's problem without thinking that you need to change as the dog owner first. Now, here are 3 ways that you can start fixing your dog's separation anxiety right now. Number 1, first and foremost, you need to start practicing separation when you are home with your dog. Not when you're not home, but practicing more separation when you are home. You must teach your dog that they are not entitled to your space 24/7. Now, you can start small. Close a door. use a baby gate, use the leash, start tethering, create physical boundaries. If your dog whines and cries and barks, okay, that's fine. That's totally normal. They've never had you put any boundary on them in the first place. So that is their natural response when anything gets challenging. They give up and they start vocalizing. Now, my personal favorite way to start practicing this separation inside the house is with tethering. Tethering is when you leash your dog and you attach them to something away from you. You can start small. This could be 5 feet away from you. You can use a heavy object like a couch. You're tethering them underneath the couch. You can use a door handle. You can use any type of sturdy object in order to secure the dog in that one fixed position where they don't have access to you. That is where you start. Now, you don't want to give them too much leash. You can start off with a normal 6-foot leash. You can shrink it down to like 4 feet if you'd like. I would not attach it to anything around their neck. If you have a dog that is really struggling with this, you can definitely use a harness. The whole point of this concept of tethering is to keep your dog in a fixed position away from you. It's not an interactive activity. You are practicing calm coexistence with separation from your dog. Now, this might be something they struggle with a ton, but the more you do it, the better they're gonna get at it. The only thing that we're really looking for from them is that they are calmly able to just lay down and exist next to you. Now, it's important that we're not interacting with them. So when we're talking about ignoring your dog, no touch, no talk, no eye contact. Let them figure things out and learn how to self-soothe. The goal of this is to teach your dog to think this: I can calmly exist next to my human, but without having direct access to my human. That is independence training. Number 2, stop giving your dog attention to them every single time they approach you. What you're doing there is creating the association with you is that, hey, this person is here for me anytime I want attention, affection, etc. That's always available to me at any time of the day. So this creates, again, a dependency on going back to you all the time for reassurance. Now, I know this one makes people uncomfortable because it makes you feel like you're neglecting your dog or you're being mean to them, but it's really not. You're teaching them that, hey, you don't always need to be on top of me in order to feel okay. So if your dog approaches you every single time you pet them, you look at them, you're giving them eye contact, you give them a treat, you give them tons of love, well, you are creating the problem that they have with the concept of separation. Now, you're doing this by reinforcing attachment. Practice ignoring your dog more often. So it doesn't have to be forever, but for the time being, until your dog has a better relationship with the concept of separation, I would practice ignoring them far more often than you probably do. Now, if you're able to do this, your dog will go from a dog that is very unstable whenever they're not directly interacting with you to a dog that is much more calm, a dog that's much more confident, and a dog that's much more emotionally stable. And number 3, when you do interact with your dog, please make it count. Do something that your dog is going to actually enjoy. Dogs are not supposed to be couch potatoes. They're not supposed to just be these inactive objects that you only just keep feeding and feeding and feeding as a way to show love. They would really appreciate if you played with them more, if you taught them new skills. Do some training, do some obedience training, do some trick training. Do something with them that is going to challenge them mentally and physically. Go on long walks, play with them, give them something to do that involves you, something that's interactive, whether again, that's playing like tug or playing fetch or playing with the frisbee or the flirt pole. It doesn't really matter. Make your engagement with them actually count, not where you're just force feeding food down them. A properly exercised dog regulates so much better. A dog that plays with you builds confidence in you. A dog that trains with you respects structure. And that combination reduces anxiety as a whole. Now, if you don't do any of these things and you're struggling with a dog with separation anxiety issues, these are the things that you're probably going to see happen. Your dog's anxiety will worsen. Destruction is going to increase if you leave them alone. Vocalization, whining, barking, crying is going to increase. Medication is going to feel like it's your only option when it's not. You're not really going to be able to leave your dog ever, whether that's for, a short outing or whether you're actually planning a trip and you're wanting to leave your dog with somebody else. It's really hard to find good care for a dog with separation anxiety issues. So in the end, your life becomes a whole lot smaller than what it needs to be. Unfortunately, then if all those things start happening, what I've seen far too often is that resentment starts happening when this is all the owner's fault and it's so preventable. So if I could sum this all up, this is how I would do it. Boundaries are not mean. Structure is not cold. Practicing separation from your dog is not neglect. It's leadership. It's preparation. It's real love that actually prepares your dog for their everyday life. Now, if your dog can't function without you, that's not devotion, that's dependency. And dependency isn't inherited, it's created. I'm the Big Dog Guy, and if you want real training solutions for your dog, please subscribe to the channel. And if this made you uncomfortable, then good. That's where change really starts to happen. I'll see you in the next one.